going for your dream is very important, because here's the thing. I think there's no dream in the world that doesn't require some kind of sacrifice that will make you really scared about moving forward. It doesn't matter if the dream sounds like something simple, but I feel like in all the years that I've lived, everyone that tells me their dreams, you can't get that without sacrificing something, either physical, mental, or even spiritual.
And it's even more, and I mean, Brig, you know, I think you agree, it's even more important to know that nowadays most of that sacrifice is not in front of us, guys. We see the results, we don't see what goes into it. And you know as much as any of these players how much time and effort goes into just being a part of this moment. And then there's still the job's not done. That is in the back of their mind. We still have to win. It is a best of 5 now, 1-1, as our draft continues. And Zushin, Atlas, Fanny Band this time around for Team Spirit. It's Paquito, Barats again, and Freya for Yangon Galacticos, who are on red side and respond with the Ying and the Eudora. First pick, Harara, stolen away, and is going to go back in the hands of Zauer Egoist.
Yeah, but I think Yangon are still very happy with this, considering that they've stuck with the pattern of taking out the Paquito and securing one of their power picks, their comfort picks for Sanji. I think they're in a good spot, at least for now, in the base of the draft.
One other thing that I like as well is they took away that Eudora, so that just in case they want to use that Suyo, then they can. It's not immediately punished. Sure, the Selena is there, also have a lot of burst damage, but the thing is, it's not as easy as Eudora.
And I like this too. I think, again, as we see this third pick, Brig, do you enjoy the approach of maybe saving Rome till Red 3, or even saving Rome until the second phase?
If it's teams like YG and Spirit, yes, because we see even Carmilla's, even Chips being played on the map. But this is a really good response, I feel, from YG. They're sticking with the glue, and it, I think, is just so much better in this composition where you have to body block so much.
And I feel like YG has this calculated risk where they don't mind picking up the glue, because yes, it is one of their comforts, but also they just know Spirit's draft pattern to know that this is not going to get immediately punished. Sure, maybe in this best of 7, eventually Hiko will pick up something like the carry and able to deal with both the Claude as well as the glue. The problem is, again, Eudora is having a range advantage up against that carry, so that's just something that you always have to think about. Carry is such a good hero, but it's not without its risk.
Yeah, and I think you don't see two of the most important heroes to look at when you actually want to lock in your gold laner, which are probably the jungle and the EXP lane, because these are the two heroes who could probably just be assigned to go after Hiko. And considering that we have so much less in terms of fighter options in the gold lane, then there might be so much more consideration put into that. Because I feel like even looking at what's left in terms of that, I don't think you see an assassin, or you could just predict an assassin to come through immediately for YG just to lock in a Ruby, which is more commonly a response towards that kind of jungler. So sticking with the marksman is still something that's probably going to come out from Team Spirit, but they took out one of the least wanted ones against their lineup, which is the Melissa.
Golden EXP being looked for on the side of Team Spirit. And when you come to YG, still looking for that EXP as well, and they're going to find their jungle pick. The Arlott taken away, so again, a ban towards the EXP. The Phoveus also, but that still leaves a couple of things open. You still have the Uranus and the Esmeralda that can go toe-to-toe in the EXP lane. Both teams, are they content with that?
Yeah, I feel like YG was challenging Team Spirit because they're betting out the Phoveus, which we haven't seen banned quite a lot, especially like you say, the Uranus is still up, the Esme is still up, so they're kind of like saying like, are you going to respect the Arlott? And looks like they have. So right now, YG, I don't mind them picking up something like the Uranus or as the Esmeralda, just because I feel like with the glue as well as Eudora, it should be enough crowd control.
Yeah, and there's still a possibility of maybe them picking up the Nolan later on, which I feel would, if ever they're looking at either that.
I feel like last is fine, because Suyo, Nolan, I still prefer Nolan, but...
Yeah, so that could be an option if they really just took out the Phoveus, and maybe we're looking at that. Oh, but they're the ones who get the Ruby. Yeah, this is Ying. So he can pretty much just pull it off however he wants, but Spirit, okay. They now fully know that this is going to be Ruby XP and Claude Gold. So do they still want to go all in on dive?
I feel like YG is also considering whether they need a Harley for this one, or they need a Nolan.
Oh yeah.
Or is it gonna be a game where they can scale up? Honestly, with the Selena, I don't think that you can really scale up something with the Yi Shin.
Right.
Especially Ruby as well. I feel like this need at least one magic resist item, and then she should be good. Well, now she might need more because the Hive has been picked up by Team Spirit, and now the Lapu Lapu as well. So Lapu and Ruby, I would say it's a pretty good matchup because both kind of want to fight around minions.
Yep.
And when there's minions around, they're just gonna lifesteal just way too much.
Team Spirit have already shown their cards. Guinevere banned on the side of YG, still picking for the jungle. Herrera taken away. The Ling has not been played since what feels like a few weeks ago. And so the Nolan it is. You guys called it. And you like it a little bit better, you said, LaFell.
Yeah, just because the Nolan can match the speed of Herrera, but we'll see. If this Selena does have the veteran hunter, then maybe Herrera will just be that bit faster, but I feel like YG has a comp that can slow them down enough that it just neutralizes whatever advantage that the Selena can have around the jungle.
Yeah, and they can pretty much move fast enough to get away from danger. Well, at least that's what they need, because I think Spirit and the lineup that they currently have are just so good at setting up for team fights.
Well, it was an early game win for Team Spirit. YG, like we have not seen in this tournament, respond right away to even the score. A best of 7 turned to a best of 5. Who's going to take the lead to start it off? Gideon and Mirko?
Well, that's a really difficult question right now. I'm leaning a little bit into Yangon only because they're a momentum-based team. You know, every single time they get that win, they just seem to be sharper. They seem to build up so much steam as they get right into this game. Team Spirit going to be on blue side, facing up against the Yangon Galacticos on the red. Purple start here from Zar and Sunset Lover. It's going to be a green camp start on the purple side for Yangon.
I just really like Team Spirit's draft, though, honestly. Just looking at the way that they play, how they, again, control these neutral objectives. It seems like they have built a composition to play around that, right? Even Bomba on an old, but still signature Lapu Lapu pick against Ying here. He's going to have to be careful against a Ruby. Ying's doing a good amount of damage, but he popped the regen, Ying.
Yeah,
so that was
it's okay.
Very weird.
At least for Ruby, she's not hyper reliant on it, right? You can naturally inbuilt sustain. Just needs to walk up to the wave. I'm low, not a big item, not a big deal. But every single time she tries to go for the sustain, she's unintentionally pushing the wave, right? Now Sanji, we're looking back at the emblems. It is Season Hunter here, but Sanji did have to take the Purify, and the same goes for Hiko. So very lucky matchup here for both Sanji and Hiko.
Sanji already winning in the lane earlier, but Hiko will be able to get that gold crab with the help of Sunset Lover to relieve off pressure a bit. Kid Bomba spots out Han up top. Gonna have to respect this man, but Bomba actually just walks up onto Han. Wait! A fracture on the other side. Now, these were the jitters I expected game 1.
Yeah. I think maybe the pressure is starting to surmount, and I think at least for Han, he recognizes like, okay, my ult technically is pretty short. I can use it willy-nilly as long as there's like 15 seconds on that turtle. Then it's fine. We can still look for other plays across the map. The question is, what is that play going to look like, right? Because every single time it comes down to the mid side, both teams are very well adjusted to each other. You can see that a lot of their rotations, they're not taking the dangerous paths no more. They're opening up the map slowly after sending 1 or 2 members. And Blink this time, he's back on Minesweeper duty.
Bomba got level 4 though. Blink opening up. This should be a free neutral objective with the Season Hunter, or rather just the Selena. Boom, bang, Team Spirit without even the retribution, pick up the neutral objective again. 3 games in a row. It's them who strike first on the neutral objective.
Yeah, let's see whether the vertical jungling is going to start, right? An invasion from Herrera, able to steal away at least 1 green camp. Han, doesn't go vertically. He's going to head straight to his next buff here. Notices that it's missing. What can you do about it? Little Water is up in 11 seconds, but here on top side, this is where it's extremely volatile, right? Because Kid Bomba, if he can zone Ying away from that lane, they're in trouble.
Pullback Bomba's able to escape just in time. Doesn't even burn the flicker. And now they try to regain control over the map. Link in the mid lane now, shoved away from that bush. Our Ego still has a whole bottom side jungle to clear.
And I love the fact that Yangon are taking into account everything. Hey, Bomba's walking in a pretty weird direction. There's a good chance there's an Abyssal Arrow coming in the exact same linear trajectory. So at this point, Yangon have a lot of different things to think about micro-wise on top of making some heavy decisions. And I think for TS, they don't mind it, taking it just a little slow, right? We're expecting the big fights to happen by neutral objectives and nowhere else.
This is where it gets really good for the Harith, you know. Early on, level 1 to 3, the Claw's gonna have an advantage, you know, able to get away from the Synchro Fission, but the thing about the Harith is, as long as he's able to survive that level 1 to 3, he gets complete monopoly over the gold crabs, and that's going to give him such a big lead later on, obviously, if it continues here. So, YG, I think they're gonna have to try sending some of those members down below to just take the gold crab away. It doesn't even matter if Sanji doesn't get it, as long as it's not on the hands of Hiko.
Yep, they just have to deny it. And let's not forget about the lane matchup. There still is a kill angle for Hiko onto Sanji, assuming that Sanji has no BMI and happens to get caught by, whether it's the edge, ideally in the middle of that Zaman Force. The movement speed reduction, really a pain in the butt in the early stages of the game. Okay.
Wow! Untargetable into the immobilization. The Imofanic comes around right now. Sunset didn't land the Abyssal Arrow. TS will call it off.
Great composure coming in from Ying. If I was in that position, I would have flickered or something. But again, holding it close and making sure that they're playing against the wave to sandbag the lane.
Now the Abyssal Arrow again, now landing! It's you with a flicker, that's why! He saved it all the time, Zaur's still able to get the red tree in time as Ying. He had the composure, but it's the all-in onto him as Zaur is waiting for the untargetable, goes undetermined, is able to go back and forth, oh my god! Zaur!
Outplays him with the iframe, Zaur does it perfectly! I really thought that maybe he should die there, and he still survived! He's got the combo points!
The Wonder Boy of ECA! Zaur Egoist! First it was Blink, second attempt was Han. Both failed, and Baba takes the XP crab away.
Now, this is a very similar rotation that we saw in game number 2 coming in from the Yangon Galacticos. Sunset Lover finds the punish, chunks Han out and says, you better go back to base. That orange buff, you're not going to get anywhere near it. And Sunset Lover is walking up to ensure that it's... Oh, hold on. Bit of an awkward time to go for a replay there. But coming back into this fight, the wombo combos, like we mentioned for this composition, they have to be on point. And Team Spirit understand they can't just fight willy-nilly. There's got to be a conversion area.
I thought he was chopped, and then he gets the killing spree proc. And then what happened here? He was probably also screaming, Zaur! Zaur! Oh my god.
It's accurate, even in slow motion. It's just crazy that the lethal ignition didn't proc away. They just needed one more auto attack and would have done the job. Now, the 2 flickers down on Sunset Lover and as well as Sawa at this stage of the game, but the rest of the team from Yangon Galacticos also about to get their own battle spells up. The major advantage really comes on to the multiple members of TS. From EXP all the way down to gold, everybody has found a slight advantage.
Hiko is really becoming a problem though, right? He already held a monopoly over that gold crab. Now, he's taking the XP crab, putting him in a great position for Turtle 3.
He's just a little itchy for these crabs, you know?
Oh, Zaur. Hey, hold on now.
Hey, he's going to proxy the wave very early on here, and look at the coverage coming in from the rest of TS, right? Han, if he can find this, that would be insane.
Zaur's so smart. Every single time, he never uses both the proxy, only just uses one to clear it out. That's why Han can't go in now. He's going to be spotted. Zaur with the walk up again. He's going to go with the Retribution, and he wins it 50-50. As the Abyssal Arrow lands on Han, and now the rest of the team goes in. Sawo, Wrath of the Dryad, JCC Ying, taken low, but not down just yet. Bomba walks up forward, gets the last hit. Now it's Sanji on Bomba, but Sawo playing a great position, holding it.
Amazing mechanics, really amazing mechanics. Can they get a little bit more here? Because now, this is the position that Yangon always find themselves. Mid-tier 1 threatened, and Han has to give up his life for it too.
Double immobilization from Zaur. Han cannot be walking like that. Sunset with the capitalization, and now Kaize. It's going to be so difficult for him to find burst. Bomba's just taking it like a champ.
Yep, and now from this point onwards, we're expecting TS to just skyrocket. Their stonks are getting bigger and bigger. The gold lead and deficit here for Yangon spreads very thin. Abyssal Arrow connects here, but look at Zaur. He wants to go in, and I'm pretty sure Zaur was telling him, relax.
I think Zaur knows exactly what he was doing there, man. He just wanted to bait out the flicker. That was really good CC immune by Bomba. Now the Wrath of the Dryad and the taunt over. That's going to completely lock down on Blink. Taking out a Sunset is going to be taken low, but is able to get away for a bit, baiting out some resources. Zaur gets away from Ying. And it's TS who are just showing how good they can be with the mechanics as well.
They trade out Sunset Lover for Blink. It's not ideal, of course, but they got the battle spell out of Kaizen. No flicker for him. They're making sure, let's look at the items real quick. 2 to 1.5 for the comparison between Sanji as well as Hiko. Cheaper items as per usual, but even so, no big items like Lightning Truncheons for the extra burst. We do see a Chastised Pauldron being purchased by Sawa, so again, it's still a little difficult to take him out when he goes for those big flicker plays on top of the Wrath of the Dryads. Overall, the biggest problem right now is the fact that Zara can basically fight whenever alongside with Sunset Lover. With that War Axe, doesn't matter how low he gets chunked out, he will be able to heal back to full as long as there's a wave, there's a camp somewhere.
Uh-oh. Careful, Sanji. Bomba with the Bravest Fighter! Jumps in with the Flicker as well. Now he's going to the Blazing Weapon. He's going to get bursted down now with the Purify. It don't matter. When Bomba knocks, you just got to react in time. Blake gets caught in the stun and the Dryad.
The fight was already over before it even began. I mean, he's going to try, but they're going to get him here. Zara executes him underneath the turret like it was nothing. Fallen Maple, baby! He's so good. These young junglers are ridiculous. Whether it be Han, whether it be Zara, put him on something as overpowered as a Hirara, and it looks crazy.
Bang. Bonk.
You gotta give it a Kid Bomba here. And also, it's more of a mistake on Sanji for just not instantly purifying and getting out of that position. He held it for a little too long.
And now it's a free neutral objective, 10-1. 6.4k gold lead. Bomba on the Lapu Lapu with Sunset stealing away camps, but you know, Hansa has Retribution. Still able to secure it. Fracture on the green camp, not giving anything away. But man, wait, Sara got a kill off camera on Kaise. Oh, during the replay. Oh my God.
Yeah, just one-shot him. Like, he is so strong right now. It's ridiculous. And he's maintaining these War Axe stats.
He doesn't even have Side Piercer, right?
He doesn't. He doesn't. That's why I say, Hirara, as soon as you hit level 15, you feel like an absolute monster, with or without the CDR, right? Just the natural damage that you have, and able to triple it every time you use one of those combo points.
Zauer. There's a win. Bomba with a jump on the Bravest Fighter now on YG. Oh, this instant CC immune to get out of that I'm offended Ying. Just cannot land those CC locks.
Oh, and look at down the bot side. You can see that Han is trying his best to get a tier 2. Blink should survive here, but they might just end up losing it here. Yep. Good lord, good lord.
I guess no.
I guess no. I guess no. This is a really tough game. Really tough game for Yangon, right?
Look at the items, bro. What does he have? What is he packing?
I think he's already packing his 4th item at this stage, right? It's an 8k lead. I think 4,000 is like should be on Zara at this point. He's a 2-level lead against Han. He's stolen what? How many buffs at this point? 3 buffs at this point. It's been difficult. It's been pretty difficult. And Hiko just getting, hey guys, it's me, Feather Heaven. Where y'all at?
Everybody's at 6 items. He's like, yeah, Feather of Heaven.
Guys, my investments are working out.
Dude, I mean, for YG right now, there's literally nothing you can do. It's 11-1. You can only just wait in your base. It's a Eudora as well.
Dude, he is nearly 10,000 extra damage ahead of Kaise, and somehow Han has not been able to find the big burst damage or the snowball that we were looking for. Holy, 4 items!
Yeah.
Oh, I thought maybe it was a little short on the roar, but good.
No wonder. He's basically dealing true damage, right? Before YG members can even get those physical defense items, he already has the Melfic Roar.
Yep, and I love the fact that Kid Bomba understands that he still needs to be somewhat tanky here, right? He's not like trying to greed out, going for the Hunter Strike. He's like, all right, I've got the Queen's Wings, got the Chastised Pauldron. I'm going to dive every single time. And with the damage reduction, if I hit multiple people, even better, my anti-CC can get me in and out of these fights. So really, the all-in is dependent on Yangon more than it is for Team Spirit.
And a damage taken as well. Bomba taking a beating, but really hasn't reflected. He has 0 deaths. Bomba with a jump in, the flicker on Kaise again, bidding on some of those resources, taking everything and finding the stun. Bomba!
Oh, a mistake, and now they're gonna get punished for it. Ying goes down. Blink should be the next to fall here with an epically strong Hiko on top of it all. Like, if things could not get worse here in game number 3 for the momentum that Yangon built in game number 2, TS has completely shut it down.
Bomba just took a 1v5, baited all the resources, everybody corralled in, and it didn't matter. Bros 3-0 and 3. Now with the Bravest Fighter again, no flicker, so he can't go for that stun. But he's able to buy some time right now with the arrow lands in the back line, and it's going to be Sunset. And Sour goes godlike. Han's going to be taken down. And that's Team Spirit, who leads the series